On this episode of Infowars News List, tourist couple killed themselves during satanic suicide ceremony. Bannon apologizes for anti-Trump comments, and Google bans Alex Jones from his properties. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. For the week of January the 8th, 2017, this is the first article here, and it's an article written by Julianne Robinson. The title is called Tourist Couple Are Found Dead After Performing Satanic Suicide Ceremony at Greek Guesthouse on New Year's Eve. This particular story was also picked up by Infowars.com. A tourist couple has been found dead after performing a satanic suicide ceremony at a Greek guest home of New Year's Eve, officials have revealed. The bodies of Lenia Bachavosa, 23, from Bulgaria, and her 30-year-old boyfriend were found covered in blood in a rented room in Venchika, a village on the Holly Island of Kosvia. Lydia, we're just going to pronounce her name because her last name sounds very hard to pronounce, is said to have slashed herself with a blade before her partner, who has not been named, stabbed himself in the bath. A satanic ritual, a satanic pentagram, well as knives and candles were reported found at the scene. The bodies were found on December 31st by the owners of the guest room where the pair had been staying since Boxing Day. Coroner Algia, let's just call him the coroner. The coroner said the tourists appeared to have killed themselves in a New Year's Eve satanic ritual. She said Lydius died first after cutting herself before her boyfriend filled a bathtub full of water and stabbing himself to death. Lydius has been reported missing since June 8th, and family members had taken to social media in a bid to track her down. And folks, here is Alex Jones on that subject.
So the Daily Mail reports on a woman and her husband on their wedding honeymoon slitting their wrist and committing suicide together in Spain last week, or it was Greece. I'm going from memory. You can pull that up. It's linked on Infowars.com. But the point is, you look at this young woman, and she's a beautiful young woman. He's a good-looking guy. And the power trip is so strong that they don't feel like they're cool, that somehow if they hurt themselves, that'll give them real power. Now, I'll give it to them. Normally, Satanists will kill a little kid to think, well, you get real power once you do these horrible things. At least to get the power, they killed themselves, which shows they weren't true Satanists. I think they had so much humanity in them that they didn't see that their humanity ordered them to kill themselves. And that's why you shouldn't dabble in Satanism, because your body, your subconscious, will order you to kill yourself. Stay with us.
Okay, thank you. You see, folks, I mean, this is just crazy. I kid you not. What Alex Jones says, it's true. It's super true. Believe me, it is not fun to pretty much kill yourself. It sucks. It sucks to no end, folks. So please don't do what these people did. How do I put this? I mean, I just already said what he had to say, but your body wants to be accepted by the big crowd or whatever, and your body will more likely tell you to kill yourself if you can't do that. So yeah. All right. yeah, that's all I want to say about this. But enough of that. I want to take an article here. The article is titled exclusive. Bannon apologizes. This article was also linked by Infowars.com. The person that wrote the article is named Mike Allen. Battered by the backlash from Michael Wolff's book, Steve Bannon is trying to make amends with the Trump family, providing a statement to Axios that expresses regret to President Trump and praises his son Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump is both a patriot and a good man. He has been relentless in his adversity for his father and the agenda that he helped turn our country around. Well, that's a lot right there. My support is also unwavering for the president and his agenda, as I've shown daily in my national radio broadcasts and pages of Breitbart News and speeches and appearances from Tokyo to Hong Kong to Arizona and Alabama. Yeah, then how come you're out of Breitbart now, buddy? My comments are about the meeting with Russian nationals came from my experience in the naval officer standing aboard a destroyer whose main mission was to hunt Soviet submarines, to my time at the Pentagon during the Reagan years, when our focus was the defeat of the evil empire and to make films about Reagan's war against the Soviets. Hillary Clinton involuntarily is selling uranium to them. And it goes on and on from there. And to be honest, this is total BS right here. So, Mr. Bannon, if you're listening to this, here's what Roger Stone has to say about that.
Well, and let's be very clear. The president has let it be known to his intimates that there is no coming back, that he is on a scorched earth strategy as far as Steve Bannon. He is persona non grata. Now, Donald Trump has always been a forgiving boss. I've had my own tiffs with him, but I've never, ever left the family, nor have I ever criticized him publicly. Bannon, I think, crossed a line here in a stunning act of treachery.
Oh, yeah, treachery is a big line.
The president is going to make an example of Steve Bannon. You knife this president in the back after he elevates you, after he honors you with high public office and the opportunity to serve the people. Nobody voted for Steve Bannon. Nobody voted for the members of his cabinet. You owe the president your loyalty. Mark my words, Alex, the president is going to make an example of Steve Bannon. And that has begun by his being dumped. The financial backers at Breitbart wrote it on the wall. It's over. Goodbye, Steve. I'm reminded of the four phases of frame, you know? Who is Steve Bannon? Get me Steve Bannon. Get me a Steve Bannon type. Who is Steve Bannon? We're on our way there.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Stone. Today, buddy, you are a deep state lackey. And if you stab the president in the back, you will be made an example out of. Trust me. You don't stab a guy like that in the back and not expect him to come back at you. He's going to come back at you in spades. This is almost as bad as Deborah Medina betraying Alex. For those who don't remember that, she came on Alex Jones' show and then she went sideways. We'll let you look that up for yourself, folks. But other than that, folks, this is the last article here. This article written by Kate Daniels. Title is called Google Bans Alex Jones from its properties, says lawsuit. Underneath it says Google's secret political blacklist includes Jones. Alex Jones was secretly banned from Google numerous properties due to his political views, according to a lawsuit. The lawsuit filed by ex-Google engineer James Dilmore, who says Google's discrimination against conservative viewpoints, alternatively to the tech giant, maintains a secret Gestapo blacklist of conservative and liberal policies who are unwelcome at Google's offices. In addition to Jones, conservative blogger Chris Yavin is also on the blacklist and he promptly found out when he visited Google's office to have lunch with an employee he knew, and he was promptly escorted off the property. This explains why Google attempted to throw Jones out of the venue in 2005, which the police said was improper for Google to do since the event was open to the public. According to the lawsuit, the company has failed to protect employees, especially white men from the workplace, harassed relations to their support of the U.S. President Donald Trump or conservative political views, reported Reuters. Demore, ex-engineer Gelman, and other class members were ostracized, belittled, and punished for their heterodox political views, and for the adding sin of the birth circumstances of being Caucasian or males. Folks, they're hiring SJWs. What do you think they're gonna do? And folks, that's just it. I mean, they're doing it. Their internet censorship is coming. I mean, look at Scribs. I mean, you can see it right there. I mean, they are coming, folks. They're coming. Well, that's all the articles I have for you today. If you'd like to read more about these articles, please go to the links below or go to Infowars.com or PrinceMan.com. There you can find hundreds of articles just like those I read for you today. This is the Infowars News Blitz. I'm Info Gunner. Have a feed number 3. Please like, subscribe, and donate. Bye-bye.